Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have some more Borderlands 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For this video, I thought we would take a trip down memory lane. Here we are on the Xbox 360. For those that don't know, though I'm pretty known for playing Borderlands on the PC, I originally played it on the Xbox 360. In fact, it's been over 4 years since I have signed into the Xbox 360 to play Borderlands 2 here. So I thought for fun, we would sign in, check out my original characters, and take a trip down memory lane. But I gotta say, before we get into it, man, I'm not saying this to try to make you feel bad if you still play on the 360 or anything like that, or if you don't have the handsome collection or anything like that, but man, the graphics have not really held up all that well. I remember when Borderlands 2 came out back in 2012, this game had amazing graphics. The cell shading was fantastic. Everything about it was awesome. And here I am looking at it now after playing so much PC and even checking out the handsome collection on the Xbox One. And I'm thinking to myself, man, these have really not held up all that well. But the character we're on right now, as you guys saw, is a level 44 Zero. This was my original character here in Borderlands 2. When the game first came out, I picked up the game, and the first character I made was this Zero. And the reason why is because I played as Mordecai in the original Borderlands, and I thought, well, with Borderlands 2, I'll just play the other sniper character, basically. I'm already used to playing a sniper, let's play a sniper once again. If you guys caught my Borderlands 2 Let's Play, this was the character that we started out on. Now, my Borderlands 2 Let's Play was all over the place. I think we stopped and picked it back up 2 or 3 times. I switched characters partway through. I think I went from Zero over to Krieg. But yeah, man, I played this character a ton. It was my original character. Never got him to level cap, unfortunately. I ended up switching back over to Krieg because I thought he was really, really cool. And then eventually, I also ended up switching over to Axton because I thought Axton was just such a fun character, which we, of course, will be checking out those guys here in this video. Looking at my skills here, it looks like I was basically just trying to be a full-on sniper. As I said, sniping was my favorite thing to do when I first got the game. I played as Mordecai in the original Borderlands, so I thought I'm gonna go with the sniper build. The build itself doesn't look absolutely terrible by any stretch of the imagination, especially for a level 44 character, but it definitely doesn't look all that great, to be perfectly honest. So let's go ahead and check out the bank here. We're gonna be doing this on every single character, hopefully, depending on where my characters are and if I'm able to get back to Sanctuary on them. Alright, so here in the bank, why do I have this level 28 here? I think I remember this. Okay, this is super nostalgia here. I'm playing with my brother, and I have this thing dropped, and it was an epic, which is, seeing something purple is pretty rare, obviously, especially in the early levels. And so it dropped for me, or dropped for my brother, and he traded it to me because he's like, well, you're using snipers anyway, here you go. And I'm like, thank you so much. And I held on to this sniper pretty much ever since then here in my bank. We have the teapot, which is okay. I don't know why I have this. I don't know why I have this, that. I don't know why any of these other guns are here. We have, of course, have a couple of relics right here. And the Ball Hunter's relic, increased chance of enemies dropping rare loot. Does this thing actually even work? What does the Ball Hunter's relic actually do anything? I don't know, but I definitely held on to it just in case. We have this level 50 class mod. Where did I get this if I'm playing as a level 44? Maybe I got it to drop for me on one of my other characters. I sent it over to Zero here for when I hit level 50, though unfortunately I never actually hit level 50. Here I am still at level 44. So here is my original Zero, safe and sound, for the first time in about 4 years, signing into him and checking him out. I think that's actually pretty awesome. Let's check out my other characters. So back here at the main menu, I apologize for the cuts in the video, but the loading time on the Xbox 360 is kind of long, if I'm being honest. So these are my characters. We're going to take a moment to load this up here. Apparently I lied to you guys. Apparently I have played a Siren before. Back in 2013, July of 2013, in fact, I got a Siren up to level 7, apparently. It took me an hour and a half, played as a Siren for a little bit. So apparently that wasn't my first time playing a Siren when I was doing my One Life challenge for my live stream. So I have a level 61 Commando here, and I have a level 61 Krieg as well, both of which have not been signed into for over 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. Then level 6 Salvador and a level 6 Necromancer as well. Let's sign into the Commando, because I remember playing the Commando a ridiculous amount here in Borderlands 2 on the console. This was my main character, pretty much. Here I am with, apparently I was rocking a Jacob setup. I like it. I like the Jacob setup. Let's continue. If I had to guess, I'm going to be, oh, nope, all right. I was going to guess I was going to be at the Mr. Torque DLC, because that's pretty much the last thing I remember doing on this character was farming Pyro Pete's bar and doing all sorts of stuff like that. But if we're being down here at the Caustic Caverns, chances are the last time I signed into this character, we were trying to farm Vermivorous. And I have a Nukem here, so I don't know what I was trying to do, to be perfectly honest. So let's check this out, man. This is a level cap character, therefore it's going to probably have a bunch of legendaries and stuff like that. Ooh, we got the buffalo rifle. All right, I can dig that. We got ourselves a derp nukem. You guys know this stuff better than I. Like, some people can look at a weapon and say, oh yeah, that's the right handle, that's the right sight, that's the right this, that's the right that, and see whether or not it's like a perfect gun. I know derp nukem is like the best prefix to have, but is the gun itself any good? Who knows? I mean, it's for level 61, so who really cares? Stopping Sandhawk, of course I have this in combination with probably the B shield, and then Captain Blade's Orphan Maker. I don't know why I have that. The Antagonist Shield, I don't remember this. I don't even remember what it does. We have the Legendary Soldier class mod. I love this thing. I remember this thing. It's so freaking good. Then we have the Explosive Kiss of Death and the Vault Hunter's Relic. Well, I think we were doing this because we were trying to farm Vermivorous, and I'm like, all right, we'll rock the Vault Hunter's Relic, I suppose. So our level 61 Consummate Florentine. I know Consummate is the best prefix for Madawan submachine guns. So we have that. The Lead Storm, the Baby Maker, the Varuk. I love the Varuk. Let's equip the Varuk because I love that thing. For some reason, it's one of my favorite rifles. We have the Proactive Bitch, the Lyunda. Wait, I thought the Lyunda had a different name on console. Maybe they changed it. Didn't this thing used to be called the White Death, or am I thinking of a different sniper? I could be. That is just going to be an E-Tech. Oh, it's actually an E-Tech Unique, the Dominator. The Good Touch, of course, the Bone Shredder, Mixed Moxie's Heartbreaker, the Last Cow, that's how you pronounce it. I keep wanting to call it the Lacaw for some reason. The Trespasser Sniper Rifle. I have lots of uniques. I basically like to keep your uniques and your legendaries, right? The Tidal Wave, that's for TK Baja, right? We got to equip that too. We have to equip that for sure. We'll replace the Buffalo gun with that. What else do we have here? The Buffalo, we had that. The Triquetra? I don't know how to pronounce that. Miss Moxie's Ruby, although mine's a Shocky Ruby. All right. Not just a regular old gun. These are some regular guns, I suppose. I used to... Oh, nope. Actually, these are actually all uniques. Wow. I don't remember any of these things. The Landscaper? I kept them. If they were unique, I tried to keep them. The Fibber. I remember the Fibber. That thing was so cool. All right. And then we have a couple of actually crappy things. The Sheriff's Badge. Gotta rock the Sheriff's Badge now. You have to use your Mysterious Amulet. It gives you +5 to your friendship. Yeah, it's very important. Rolling Thunder, I think, doesn't that drop off of Wilhelm? I think it does. The Fireball here, the Evolution, the Sham Shield. Got my B Shield. Of course, you have to have your B Shield. Order. All right, so that's basically everything with this. And so, yeah, here it is, the Varuk rifle, man. I love this thing so much. I don't know why I love it so much. I think it's because it just looks so goofy. Plus, I have the, I don't know, the red dot reflex sight was also kind of cool for me. Let's check out my build. I remember changing my build a ton playing as Axton. So currently, it looks like I'm going to be rocking a bit of Gorilla and Survival. So Survival, if you get to the bottom of the tree, gives you 2 of your Saber turret. And then you get to the bottom of Gorilla, it makes it so it adds a second gun to your Saber turret. It makes it so both guns fire slag rounds. So I can definitely see why I did that. The nuke was also always kind of fun, but I didn't really use it. I would basically put a couple of points into here just to benefit my class mod pretty much. Huh. That's actually pretty awesome. Let's actually run forward here. Where am I going? Yeah, we're going this way. Man, the sensitivity on the controller, absolutely everything about this just does not feel natural to me. After playing with a keyboard and mouse for so long, it feels weird, man. It feels freaking weird. So let's throw out the old turret. There's 1, and there's 2. And they're basically just going to go ham while I just use rifles and just, you know, shoot the Varkids and stuff. Man, the graphics of the 360 have not held up well, but I'm okay with that, man. There is some serious nostalgia here. Just checking out all the old guns, and here's the TK Wave. Boy, it's the newer version of TK's Wave. We got ourselves a badass Varkid. Are you going to morph? Are you going to morph, my dude? Stop shooting him, turret. Stop shooting him. He might be morphing here soon. I backed up into a corner. All right, well, now I'm going to have to kill you. I didn't want to have to kill you, but I'm going to have to do it. Get away from the morph, man, if you want to try and get Vermivorous to spawn. So that is going to be my Axton character. Very cool, man. Oh, actually, let's fast travel back to Sanctuary, because I played this guy a ton. Let's check out if I have anything cool inside of the bank. Chances are I probably don't. Actually, no, chances are I probably do, because I have a ton of legendaries and uniques already on him. So chances are there's going to be a lot of really good stuff in the bank as well. Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. First time signing into this guy in 4 years. I have no freaking clue, but it looks like the last time I signed into him, we were trying to farm Vermivorous. I've gotten Vermivorous to spawn a couple of times. Never got anything good off of him. Never got a class mod, never got a Norfleet or anything like that. Always super disappointed. All right, so let's check this out here. What do we have up here? Anything good? Anything good? All right, so we're going to have the actualizer up here. Going to have the Tattler. Ooh, I did get I have a Consumant Hellfire on this character? What is wrong with me? I mean, it's probably not all that good for Axton, to be honest, but a Consumant Hell, that's like the best Hellfire you can get. I mean, the prefixes and stuff may not be that good. Okay, I need to drop something, apparently. We'll swap out the evolution, because why not? Who cares? Ooh, a Slag Critical Conference Call. The Basic Deliverance. The Expanded Madhouse, that's just a legendary. The Fine Law for the Law and Order. You got yourself another Teapot. Ferocious Kitten. The Top Notch Octo. The Scout Scorpio. Another Gwen's Head. Gwen's Head, we used that in my live stream. Incendiary Greed. Practical Shotgun 13. Wait a minute. Oh, I remember this guy. We need to equip this as well. I'm just going to drop like a random thing because it doesn't really matter. Anything else fancy in here? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Shield. All right. So this is actually going to be this shotgun. I told you we're going to be taking... What's my badass rank? Wow, I played a lot in console. This is definitely just going to be a big trip down memory lane for me. So where is that shotgun going to be? It's going to be... It's a unique, I think. Orphan Maker. There's a Practical Shotgun. And then what was the other thing that I picked up out of there? Oh, the freaking Hellfire. I couldn't believe this, man. I can't believe I had a Consumant Hellfire just sitting here and didn't actually use it for really anything. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? But this shotgun... Oh, wait for... It talks to you. You guys can barely hear it. Reloading. There's this robot basically that you can turn into either a shield or a shotgun. I turned him into a shotgun. That's how he kind of talks to you when you run around and stuff like that, which is honestly kind of neat. All right, so we checked out that character. Let's go ahead and check out my Krieg character. All right, and here we are on my Krieg character. I honestly have no freaking clue what the point of this character was. I honestly am so confused. I have no idea. So check this out. If we check out my inventory, I have a Consumant Hellfire, but it's a different Consumant Hellfire than the one I had. Remember the one I had on my other character? I had a scope on it, so it's not like this was duped or anything like that. So I basically farmed the Hellfire, I guess, on Krieg here as well. But I'm confused because I have pretty much nothing in my backpack, and I have no other weapons equipped whatsoever. This must have been somehow a modded character of sorts. That's probably why I don't remember him really all whatsoever, because he has nothing on him. He doesn't even have his 4th slot unlocked. But how would you mod on console? I can't even honestly remember. So your Alkaline Hide of Terramorphous. You're going to have your Legendary Psycho class mod in there as well. But aside from that, there's like really nothing. Now let's go ahead and go here. I assume, yeah, we have Sanctuary unlocked. I want to go check out my bank. Like, I have no idea what's happening with this Krieg character. It's entirely possible because back in the day, what people would do is they would basically boost their experience by going to Tiny Tina, and there was like this bug with the mission that would allow you to continuously level and level and level and level. I like how the door opened on its own. Just level and level and level and level while doing that mission. I wonder if that's what I did with this Krieg character. I honestly don't know. Nothing's even in my bank. There's pretty much nothing on this character whatsoever, yet he is level 61 here on console. I have no freaking idea what happened with him or what I did with this character. Again, it's been, you guys saw it, it's been about 4 years since I've signed into any of these characters. I honestly have no idea what I was doing with him, how I got him, or anything. If I had to guess, it probably has something to do with the old XP boosting that you could do with Tiny Tina. There was this mission you could just do over and over and over to get a ton of experience, and so I may have done that with this character. I honestly don't know. I primarily just played Zero. Then once I switched over from Zero to Axton, I never really looked back. Then once I started playing on the PC, that's when I started playing Krieg full time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude, I suppose, my little trip down memory lane. Feels good. It really does. It feels pretty awesome to just go back and check out these characters and see them for the first time in like 4 years, see what gear I have, what talents I had going on with those guys, as well as just see Borderlands 2 on the Xbox 360 again. That was definitely pretty awesome. Now, for those that don't know, there's actually some cool stuff you can do with a flash drive if you are trying to basically move a character over from the Xbox 360 to the PC. Now, what you can actually do is copy your entire game save, pretty much, from the Xbox 360, put it on a flash drive, put it into your PC, and load that character up in Borderlands 2 on the PC. So what I think I'm actually going to do, just for fun, is take this Axton character, which is like the guy I spent all my time pretty much on console playing with, and transfer him over to the PC and continue leveling him up to 72 on the PC, and just, you know, have the fun of knowing it's the exact same character that I used to spend all that time on and stuff like that. So that's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys all so much for checking out this video. It's just a trip down memory lane, and I encourage all of you, if you guys haven't signed into a character in a long time, or if you even haven't played a game in a long time, sign into that game, check out some of those old characters, check out some of those old locations, your old stomping grounds, and just take a trip down memory lane, because it's a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here in this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.